Hi everybody, Patricia here. I'm going to do a book haul that I mentioned in my last video, which I finally got to be posted yesterday. Anyway, it's going to be a few books. Most of them are hardcover, but hey, what can you do? And if you're hearing any noise in the background, Pearl Harbor is on TV, so hopefully it's not too loud to interrupt the video. Anyway. The first book I have is the one that I mentioned in that yesterday's video, and that was Portents by Kelly Armstrong. It is a collection of the Canesville Tales. Now, I'm not sure where these stories place in the Canesville series, but anyway, like this to show you. This is book 2, Visions. The first one was Omens. So just to give you an idea of what series it is. So, and there are little short stories of I think some of the characters and whatnot. So once I get through maybe the whole book, I can finally get through this. So that's so excited that I finally got that. Okay, the next book that I'm not sure that I put in a book haul at all, but I'll do it again anyway in case I didn't. And that book is To Catch a Killer by Cheryl Scarborough. Now, something tells me I did, but it's going to. I'm putting it in again. And the next book, To Right the Wrongs, which is right there. So let's see. I'll read the back as soon as I get my face on to read. So anyway, it says, Aaron Blake has one of those names, instantly recognizable, a name inextricably linked to a grisly crime. As a toddler, Aaron survived for 3 days alongside the corpse of her murdered mother. The case, which remains unsolved, fascinated a nation. 14 years later, Aaron has become a relatively normal teen in spite of the looming questions about her past. But then she discovers the body of her biology teacher, and once again finds herself at the center of a brutal homicide investigation. When questioned by the police, Aaron tells almost the whole truth, but never voices her suspicions that her mother's killer has struck again. I think that's going to be really interesting. I like all these flappy books. Anyway, I'll hopefully get into this one soon. I'm so looking forward to it. Okay, so the next one is Danielle Teller, All the Ever Afters. And this is about the untold story of Cinderella's stepmother. I guess it goes through her life from the time she was little up until the actual story of Cinderella. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool from a different perspective. That has so hopefully I won't. It's kind of long, but that's the back. Anyway, I'm looking forward to all of these books, so I don't have to say that every time. So excited! I like the feel of the cover. So it's like that velvety touch. And the next one I have is, it's not my last paperback, is another copy of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And yes, I know I have. I did the book, the box set of the whole series at Christmas. Plus, I have the illustrated for the first 3 books of this. So, hey, what can I say? I love the cover. See, that's so. Hopefully soon I'll get all of them. Have the matching set. Okay, and I think that's all. No, it's not the only. My last paperback is Nicholas Sparks' The Guardian. So it says Julie Baranson's young husband left her two unexpected gifts before he died: a Great Dane puppy named Singer, and a promise that he would always be watching over her. Now 4 years have passed. Still living in the small town of Swansboro, North Carolina, 29-year-old Julie is emotionally ready to make a commitment to someone again. But who? Should it be Richard Franklin, the handsome, sophisticated engineer who treats her like a queen? Or Mike Harris, the down to earth nice guy who was her husband's best friend? Choosing one of them should bring her more happiness than she had in years. Instead, Julie is soon fighting for her life in a nightmare spawned by a chilling deception and jealousy so poisonous that it has become a murderous desire. Like really looking. I've never read any of his books. I've watched the books that went into movies, like The Notebook, I think it is. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. Like, he is a good author, so that's that. One of my neighbors is home. Anyway, the next one is by Jay Waller. It's book one of the Call of the Rift, and it's Flight. Goes. A rebellious heroine faces a colonial world coming unstitched in Jay Waller's stunning debut fantasy series. 17-year-old Katie Aiko doesn't want to be Rin anymore. Not if it means sacrificing lives to protect the dead. Her only way out is to join another tribe, which means a one-way trek through the coastal rainforest. Killing a colonial soldier in the woods isn't part of the plan. Neither is spending the winter in Tiernan, an immigrant who keeps a sword. Oh, with Tiernan, an immigrant who keeps a sword with his carpentry tools. His log cabin leaks, and his stories about the other worlds raise more questions than they answer. Then the air spirit Surreal, long thought dormant, resurrects a war. For Katie Aiko, protecting other tribes in her confederacy is atonement. For Tiernan, war is a return to the military life he's desperate to forget. Leaving Tiernan means losing the one man that Katie Aiko trusts. Saving him means abandoning colonists to a death sentence. In a region tainted by prejudice and on the brink of civil war, she has to decide what's worth dying or killing for. So I'm so looking forward to that. So yeah. So the next one I have is The Devouring Gray by Christine Lynn Herman. I like that cover. Okay, branches and stones, daggers and bones, they locked the beast away. So it looks like it's from three different perspectives of characters: Violet Saunders, Justin Hawthorne's, and Harper Carlyle. So the gray is growing stronger every day, and its victims are piling up. When Violet accidentally unleashes the monster, all three must band together with the other founders to unearth the dark truth behind their family's abilities before Gray devours them all. So that's the last part of the what's inside the cover. So that's that. The next is I saw this book on Haley in Bookland on her. She was doing a. Can't remember if it was a book haul or I think it was a book haul and not a what she read during the month. But it's called "We Rule the Night" by Claire Eliza Bartlett. Okay, 17-year-old Ravna is a skilled factory worker manufacturing magical war machines for the Union of the North. She is disregarded for her disability and her second-class citizenship, and after she's caught using illegal magic, a lifetime in prison looms. Meanwhile, on the front lines of the war, Linnea disguises herself as a man to join the army, in defiance of her powerful father and the law. She is as good a soldier as any of the boys, better even. But none of that matters when she's caught. Both girls are offered a reprieve from punishment. Use your magic in Special Women's Military Flight Unit and undertake terrifying deadly missions under cover of darkness. Revna and Lene can hardly stand to be in the same cockpit, but they can't fly together and prove their worth to the war effort, their country, and will brand them as traitors. And if they can't find a way to fly well, the enemy's superior firepower will destroy them if they don't destroy each other first. That sounds so interesting. I love that cover. Look at it. It's almost like a phoenix. So that's that. Okay, so the next one is okay. It's called Empress of All Seasons by Miko Jean. Look at that. That's gorgeous. But some of these are just like cover buys, and then when I read them inside, they're like, oh yeah. It says, in a palace of illustration, I am so sorry. In a palace of illusions, nothing is what it seems. Each generation, a competition is held to find the next empress of Hanaku. The rules are simple. Survive the palace's enchanted seasonal rooms. Conquer winter, spring, summer, and fall. Marry the prince. All are eligible to compete, all except yokai, supernatural monsters and spirits who the human emperor is determined to enslave and destroy. Mary has spent her lifetime training to become an empress. Winning should be easy, and it would be if she weren't hiding a dangerous secret. Mary is a yokai with the ability to transform into a terrifying monster. If discovered, her life will be forfeit. As she struggles to keep her true identity hidden, Mary's fate collides with that of Taro, the prince who has no desire to inherit the imperial throne, and Akira, a half-human, half-yokai outcast. Torn between duty and love, loyalty and betrayal, vengeance and forgiveness, the choices of Mary, Taro, and Akira will decide the fate of Hanaku in this beautifully written edge-of-your-seat fantasy. Yeah. Hopefully that will not fall. Anyway, now this one I'm not sure. I don't know if I put it in a book haul or not, but it is Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zuzak, the author of The Book Thief. I heard a lot of good things about this, so I think I read some that weren't so sure, but figured I'd give it a try and see what I thought. And it says on the inside, let me tell you about our brother, the fourth Dunbar boy named Clay. Everything happened to him. We were all we were all of us changed through him. Here is a story told inside out and back to front. The five Dunbar brothers are living with their menagerie of pets in the perfect chaos of a house made by their own rules. Today, the father who walked out on them long ago walks back in. And so the life of Clay, the quiet one with harrowing secret, is about to change forever. He is the one who will build the bridge for his family, for his past, for greatness, for his sins, a miracle and nothing less. From a grandfather whose passion for the ancient Greeks still lights up their lives, to a mother and father who fell in love over Midland Miss Lane piano, to the present day where five sons laugh and fight and reckon with the adult world, Bridge of Clay is a sweeping portrait of how ramshackle family, held together by stories and love, come to unbury one boy's tragic secret. Sounds so interesting. I'm going to give it a shot, and hopefully I'll get to it soon. After like how many books I have on my shelf, but hey, what can you do? Um, the next one I have is by Megan Spooner, and it's Sherwood, and it's a remake or a retelling of Robin Hood. A corner of green wool protrudes from under Marian's mattress, a glaring mistake she's, too wary to notice when she woke. She would have to be careful. Much, much more careful, says Robin, in Robin's voice in her mind, grave. Masquerading as Robin, the idea was mad, madder than Will and his ghosts. Marian steadies her fingers and tucked the edge of Robin's cloak out of sight. Madness, then, she thought with a grin, and then, missing the feel of wool on her fingertips, she thought Robin would have loved it. So, so I guess it's retelling of Robin Hood. So here's hoping. I think I might like that. She also wrote the retelling of Beauty and the Beast, which was Hunted. So there's just so you'll know what else she also co-wrote other books, but I can't think of them right off the top of my head. If you know them, just let me know what they are down in the comments below. And the last book I have that I'm not sure I put in a book haul either was The Shattered Glass by Rin Kupeko. So, and she wrote, it's a trilogy, and it's a third book of after The Bone Witch and The Heart Forger. So just give you an idea of what else she wrote. Now, I don't really want to go into this because I have to finish off these books before I get into this one. So once I do that, I will hopefully do a good book haul on these books. But anyway, this is the last one I was going to be hauling. Anyway, that's my book haul. That's finally found the book I was waiting for. I got yesterday was Sherwood, and this is what I was waiting for before I did the book haul. So that way, at least I can put it all together. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I hope if you celebrate Easter, happy Easter, and may you have the best week ever. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye bye.